What's happening, y'all? We're gonna talk about intermittent fasting today, as usual. I always prepare myself for the kickback that I might get from speaking about it because I have in the past. I deal with it on a daily basis when I speak with, family members or friends, people don't really understand, okay? And even in past videos where I tell people not to eat breakfast or lunch, I'll have people in the comments saying that I'm promoting anorexia. I'm going to give people an eating disorder. But I think that they just didn't watch the whole video, because clearly I eat a shit ton of food, typically 1,800 calories, even up to 4,000 calories at the end of the day. The misconception is not eating is extremely bad for you. We all hear this when we research intermittent fasting, dating back 4,000 years ago, our ancestors, they fasted, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it is a 4,000 plus year old technique. A lot of people use it for focus of the mind. Some people use it for weight loss these days. But back in the day, it wasn't used for weight loss. That was just the way things worked. Immediately in the morning, you're not going to find anything to eat. There was no refrigeration or anything. Basically, we were hunters and gatherers, and typically it would be by the end of the day where we would get to eat that food and take in those calories. If you think about it, very, very old religions such as Christianity, Buddhism, Muslims, they all incorporate fasting into their daily lives. Clearly, intermittent fasting isn't that bad for you. It's not an eating disorder, okay? And there have been no reported signs of people having issues from fasting. And that's one of those things that comes about, what if I'm feeling uncomfortable? What if I'm taking medication? Some people can't do it, People like me that don't have any kind of diseases like diabetes where I have to take medication and I don't really need doctor supervision. If you're like me, it should be okay for you to fast. If you're on a lot of medication and you have to monitor your blood sugar and whatnot, you should definitely speak to a professional. It's all about perception. I remember when I first started intermittent fasting, of course I was thrilled at the idea. Wow, a way that I can eat just as much food that I need to lose weight, but all at once and be satisfied. But little did I know that metabolism is affected when you eat 6 times a day. When you're always taking in calories and boosting your insulin up, that's basically telling your body that it needs to store fat. Hence the reason why when we do intermittent fasting and keep the insulin low, that promotes fat burning. That allows our body to burn up any type of leftover sugar, and then once it's done burning that sugar, since we haven't ingested any calories for the day since we skipped breakfast, once it burns that sugar, it's going to target our fat. As an experienced intermittent faster over the years, I would lose sight of the benefits of intermittent fasting. At one point, I was like, well, this is all about calories in, calories out, and we just need to decrease the calories. And a great way to maintain that caloric range is to time when you eat. Because when you eat later in the day, you're not going to eat as much because right before bed, you're going to be satisfied. As you start to dig in more, of course, all these other diets, they just restrict calories. But what's the main difference? It's the metabolism now. When you're always spiking your insulin, your metabolism, it slows down. Once you understand that people have been doing this for thousands of years, it's completely okay. And also that if you keep insulin low, that it promotes fat burning. And then when insulin is high, it promotes storage of fat. Okay, that's why we have fat, Like this right here is energy. And once you understand that, when you get to those points where you feel uncomfortable, where you're like really hungry and it's painful, it might be the best thing for you to eat. You might actually feel sick. Chances are you're just going through the daily misconceptions that are fed to us all day, every day, that we need to eat, and it creates this anxiety. And once you have that anxiety and you're feeling that type of those hormones kick in and you're feeling that fight or flight happening, it gets to you, and then you snap, you crack. You're under so much pressure and anxiety from being hungry and feeling some type of pain that you say you can't do this, and you cave and you start eating. You know, it's not going to make or break it, of course. If you maintain your calories, you're still going to lose weight, because you know that works for many diets. But when you do the intermittent fasting thing and strategize the way your body produces insulin, you can really start to lose fat quickly. And that's what I've been doing this past week. And they say after 2 weeks, your body starts getting programmed to targeting that fat for energy. The problem with breakfast is when we eat breakfast, we start it off and we spike our insulin. We start our day off by telling our body, hey, store fat. Let's create fat and store this energy. That's going to lead to other meals where you're ingesting more calories, and throughout the whole day, you're just going to be communicating to your body, hey, store this energy, store this energy. But when you start your day off and you're not eating, well, let's think about 16 hours of fasting. That's combined sleep with a period of fasting where you're not eating. Well, that is a longer time where you're telling your body, hey, go to the ketones and get the energy, because we ain't got any sugar to burn anymore. So you're drawing from your energy bank. And to prove my point, the record for fasting is 382 days. That means they just drink water, because that's all you need. Clearly this person had a lot of ketones on his body, a lot of fat for him to last that long. But just from that example, you can see that fasting isn't wrong. It's really natural. People have been doing it for thousands of years, and it's extremely effective for burning fat. So take that into consideration, guys. I'm just trying to help you guys out, all right? The reason we lift is to make muscle, but we want to show that muscle, all right? And the only way to do that is to lose that fat. So incorporate this into your lifestyle, incorporate this into whatever diet you're doing, if it's ketogenic or regular or all fast food, I don't care. If you do the intermittent fasting thing, it will promote fat loss. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys learned something and are willing to incorporate intermittent fasting into your life. If you haven't, because I know my viewers have probably dabbled into it. Once you understand the perspectives and everything, it just makes it so much easier. I'm out of here. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you like the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, alright? Peace.